Welcome to another Investy Bestie episode with your girl. In my head, music just played just then, but whatever. Lakia Mack. So today we are going to talk about 3 mistakes that sellers make when selling their home. So before I jump in, I'm coming to you again as your best friend. So just know the hair is hairing, the kids are kidding, and my husband is husbanding, okay? So you might hear all of that in the background, but again, we're best friends. We ain't even gonna worry about that. We're not gonna worry about the extras. Let's just focus on 3 mistakes that sellers make and how to avoid them. Selling a home is one of the biggest financial transactions most people will ever make in their entire life. Even with small missteps, it can cost you thousands of dollars or delay the process. So whether you're preparing to list your home or already on the market, this information will help you to avoid common pitfalls and maximize your home selling potential. Let's dive right in. Mistake number 1, overpricing your home. Now, why is this a problem? Because you might think like, okay, I could sell it for top dollar, right? Many sellers believe that they should price their home higher than the actual market value, thinking that it's going to give them more room for negotiation or ensures that they don't sell too little and leave money on the table. However, overpricing can be one of the most damaging mistakes that a homeowner can make. What are some consequences of overpricing? Number 1, fewer showings. Buyers and their agents, they filter their list based on price, and if your home is priced too high compared to similar properties, it may not even appear in the searches. The longer your property sits unsold, the more buyers assume that something is wrong with it. So homes that linger on the market for too long often require price reductions, which can actually lead to lower offers. Appraisal issues. So even if a buyer is willing to pay the higher price that you're asking, their lender may not approve the loan if it doesn't appraise for that amount. This can lead to deal cancellations or forced renegotiations. So how to avoid this mistake? 1, contact me, Lakia at lakiamack.com or 470-948-5545 for a CMA. So a CMA compares recent sales of similar homes in your area. Today we're focusing on Covington, Georgia to determine the competitive price for your property. Number 2, you want to base your price on market conditions. If inventory is low and demand is high, you may have room to price slightly above market value. In a buyer's market, pricing competitively is essential. Also, you want to be open to adjustments. If your home isn't getting showings or offers within the first few, I want to say the first few days, but maybe the first few weeks, reevaluate your price and just adjust as needed. Pricing your home correctly from the start increases your chances of attracting multiple buyers, leading to a faster sale and potentially higher final offers. Mistake number 2, neglecting your home's presentation and repairs. Now, you may think, why is this a problem? It's a house. I've lived in it. Buyers form their first impression very quickly. So just driving up to your house, I've taken people on showings and you pull up at the house and grass is like unkept and it just looks a mess. And they're like, nope, I don't even want to see what the inside looks like. And the inside could be gorgeous. But remember, when a buyer's pulling up, you want them to visualize themselves pulling up to their home after a long day at work. That's what you want to do. It's psychology behind this. Oh, you see that? That's my psychology degree. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd, guys. I know. Okay, let's get back to it. So buyers form their first impression very quickly. If your home doesn't look appealing, they may move on without even considering it. A home that appears poorly maintained can lead buyers to believe that there are hidden issues, which can reduce offers or scare them away. And there may not be any issues, but if it doesn't look that presentable, then unfortunately, that's just what people are going to perceive it as. So what are some common home presentation mistakes? Ignoring curb appeal is number 1. Again, that's the first thing people see when they pull up at your property. The curb appeal. The exterior of your home is the first thing the buyer sees, so overgrown landscaping, peeling paint, or clutter on the front porch can turn buyers off before they even step foot inside. Also, clutter and personalized interiors can deter buyers. So you may love having a purple living room, right? But your buyer may not. So you want to keep it to where it's not so personalized to you. Otherwise, you run the risk of buyers asking for steep discounts. You want buyers to feel like that they can visualize themselves living in your home. If your space is filled with your personal items and bold paint colors or excessive furniture, it can be a bit distracting to your potential buyer. Skipping minor repairs. Small issues like leaky faucets, scuffed walls, or broken fixtures can make buyers question how well the home has been maintained. I had a property that was for sale. Actually, it's coming up on closing. So, but during the winter months when it was really cold out, we would leave one of the faucets kind of dripping, just, so the pipes don't freeze. And every time there was a showing, I would make sure I tell the buyer's agent, there's nothing wrong with the faucet. We just are keeping it leaking because of the freezing temperatures. So you don't want your potential buyers to have any reason to think that you've neglected the property. How to avoid this mistake? Enhance your curb appeal. Number 1, you want to keep your lawn mowed. Yeah, it sounds weird. Keep your lawn mowed. You want to keep your grass cut and your landscaping neat. Painting the front door, if your HOA allows it, if you have one, painting your front door can make a world of a difference as well. Ensure outdoor lighting is functional, because people do actually check that. And you'd be surprised what kind of discounts people ask for like things like light bulbs. Number 2, declutter and depersonalize. Remove family photos, excessive decorations, any clutter. Arrange furniture to make your home look more spacious and more inviting, and use neutral colors if you can with the decor to create a more clean and inviting atmosphere. Again, you want people to walk in and instantly visualize themselves coming home from a hard day's work, laying on the couch, sipping their wine, eating cheese and crackers, hosting dinner parties. You want them to literally feel it. You want people to walk in and instantly think, okay, I can put my couch here, my love seat there, the TV can go there. You want them to imagine themselves in your home that will eventually be their home. Also, make necessary repairs. If you know there's something that needs to be repaired, make it. At the very least, definitely put it on your seller's disclosure, but that's another topic for another day. Fixing minor issues like leaky faucet, cracked tiles, and loose door handles can really enhance your home. Consider updating lighting fixtures, cabinet hardware, just to give it a more modern touch. And ensure that all major systems are in good working order. So that would be like your plumbing, your electrical work, your HVAC system. You want those to all be in working order. A well-presented home creates an emotional connection with buyers, leading to stronger offers and quicker sales. I joke about, I do have a degree in psychology, but I talk about that a lot because it's a lot of psychology behind sales. And again, you really want people to feel like when they come into your home that you're selling, you want them to envision themselves in your home in whatever capacity that they live their life. So if it could be a single person, they want to envision themselves walking into your home, which will be their home, and knowing, okay, this is where I'm going to put my Scotch bar. You want people to envision themselves in your home. And the final mistake that we will talk about today is being too rigid in negotiations. Now, you may think, why is this a problem? Many sellers expect full price offers with no contingencies, but in most cases, negotiations are necessary to close the deal. Being too rigid in negotiations can result in lost buyers, longer time on the market, and even lower final sales price. So common negotiation mistakes. Number 1, rejecting offers without countering. So some sellers will dismiss outright if the offer is lower than what they expected. However, buyers often start with a lower amount and expect back and forth negotiations. So sometimes, let's say you're asking $350 for your house, and someone comes in offering, let's say, $320. In their head, they may already have it in their mind that they're willing to go up to $340. But they, the same way that the seller doesn't want to price too low, the buyer doesn't want to pay too much. Number 2, being unwilling to cover closing costs. So some buyers may request the seller concessions to help with closing costs. While this reduces the seller's net proceeds, it can expand your pool of potential buyers. And lastly, refusing to make repairs. If a home inspection reveals issues, some sellers do refuse to address them. leading buyers to back out. This can cause the home to go back on the market, which may further buyers weary. So basically, if the home goes to pending or under contract and then it goes back on the market, a lot of buyers will question that, like, well, what's wrong with the house? Like, why is it back on the market? Especially if it's like a great house that they deem to be a great house. It's like, oh yeah, we know they got problems with that house. So if something comes up, you want to go ahead and get that fixed. How to avoid this mistake? Respond to every offer. Even if an offer is lower than expected, countering it instead of outright rejecting it or not responding is better. Many deals are salvaged through negotiations, especially if you have a good agent. Usually this is where I plug myself, but if you have a good agent who is at least trying to negotiate on your behalf, it's like you really don't have anything to lose by negotiating. Because if the buyer doesn't agree to your terms, well, you haven't lost anything by negotiating. Consider offering incentives. So if the market is slow, offering to pay a portion of closing costs or maybe even including like a home warranty can attract buyers. And also be flexible with repairs. Instead of outright refusing repairs, consider offering a credit or completing the most crucial fixes. This keeps buyers engaged and prevent deals from falling apart. So the right strategy: being flexible while maintaining a firm but reasonable stance helps sellers close deals faster and achieve better final sales prices. So, in conclusion, selling a home can be a smooth and profitable experience if you avoid these common mistakes. By pricing your home correctly and presenting it well and being strategic in negotiations, you can maximize the profits and sell faster. So, key takeaways: price your home competitively based on market conditions and recent sales. 2, prepare to stage your home to create a strong impression. And finally, be open to negotiations. You can still protect your bottom line by negotiating as well. So, this is where I do my plug now. If you're thinking about selling your home or you want experts, that'd be me, guidance to ensure you get top dollar for your home, I'm here to help. At least the least case scenario, I can get you a CMA so that you can compare your what your home value is compared to what has sold in your area recently. So contact me for your free home evaluation. It is free. And also we can do a personalized selling strategy as well that can also help you. So as always, I thank you for watching me. Even if it is only 5 of you, I thank you for watching me. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell for the notifications. I think that's what my kids tell me, how they say it. I don't know. But don't forget to hit the bell, like, and subscribe. And also, Thursdays, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every week I'll drop a video. So if you like the content, again, hit that like button, subscribe, and that bell notification. All right, until next time, I am signing off as your Investy Bestie.